guys? This is Daimonic and welcome to another video. And would you look at this? Bitcoin is pumping about 4%, Ethereum up 6%. This is on a daily, by the way, guys, but if you go on a weekly, let's go on a 7 days, okay? On a 7 days completely, wait a second. On a 7 days, there you go. On a 7 days, a completely different story. Bitcoin is still down 8%, Ethereum still down 14%, and you can see AVAX was up about 23%. Very good, very good. Cardano down 10%. Yes, a lot of coins in the red. The majority of them in the red on a weekly. Okay, what is going on with the cryptocurrency space? Why are we dumping so hard? To be honest, it's not really a hard dump. It's 10% dump. Small dump. A lot of people believe that this dump is because of this Chinese company called Eva Gray. This real estate company that is going under. Is going under in a very similar way to what happened in 2018 to a different American company that when it went down, it dragged the entire market. It essentially it kickstarted the 2018 monetary crisis. And some people believe that this company will do the exact same thing. When they go down, they're going to drag the entire market with it. But I'm not worried. I'm not worried because I don't believe that the corporation going down will affect the price of Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is a non-correlated asset. The only thing that affects Bitcoin is the sentiment, is FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And when this is my entire point. If you have vagina for hands, if you have sushi for hands, if you have fish for hands, then you will sell regardless. If you have weak hands, you have weak hands, and you'll just sell regardless. But if you have diamond hands, you'll hold to any correction. And this is one of these. This is the prime example of sushi hands selling for no reason at all, for fun. Anyway, shut up. So I read this article. I read a couple of articles about this company, and according to what these articles have said, this company is setting up a couple of deals where bonds are being sold to buy off the debt so they can stay afloat. But is that gonna work really? I don't know, and I don't care. At the end of the day, I don't really believe that a company going under will affect the price of Bitcoin or drag the price down. It's just like stupid people will do stupid things. So when something like this happens, a lot of people believe that a crash like this will translate itself to other markets. Therefore, they sell, his sushi hands, his fish hands, his vagina hands. These guys don't have that. They don't have that. Come on. So they sell. But let's look at the price of Bitcoin, and let's look at the price of Bitcoin and see where we are at the moment. And as always, guys, I marked up a couple of lines, vertical lines, symbolize the 3 days that correlate to this bull run, which is the last day of the year of 2022, the first day of the next year 2022, and the first of January 2023, which I don't think we're gonna have. Like, Bitcoin is not gonna be flying. That's the beginning of the bear market. That I believe is gonna be the beginning of the bear market. So we expect, in this channel, we expect to see Bitcoin, reach the top of this channel right here and get to over 100,000 per Bitcoin, but in the middle of the next year, in July, June, we can see Bitcoin going all the way to 200,000 per Bitcoin. It's not going to happen this year. There's no way that Bitcoin is going to come over here and just go to 100,000 and beyond. That's ridiculous. What's most likely going to happen is Bitcoin is going to stay down, going up and down in this channel for a little while, and then eventually it's going to come in and it's going to start going this way. Eventually. So what are the charts? that we can pull up to substantiate that point. Not charts. Let's look at some indicators. I'm gonna pull up number one, the RSI, the relative strength index. And if you pull on the RSI, you're gonna see something that is a bit interesting. Since the beginning of the year, the RSI has been hitting this specific line right here. Let me pull it closer so you guys can see. This is only relative to this beautiful year that we are in. And as you guys can see, when Bitcoin is trending on this massive overvalued position, the RSI was signifying that Bitcoin was overbought here and overbought here and overbought here and here and so on until we broke above it, and then we found support here. So what does this mean? It may mean that we might have bottomed down. We might have finally bottomed down, and it's very I guess it can be, this indicator can be read in a specific way to say that Bitcoin probably is not gonna go under. Keep missing the mark. Bear me a second. Probably not gonna go under 43,000. It's a possibility that Bitcoin might not go under 53,000 or might not go under 53,000 on the short term. Maybe signifying that Bitcoin might pull until the end of the year a little descending triangle. And let me pull up this. Well, this is a possibility right here. Bitcoin might come down here, hitting this level before having a correction. As you guys know, descending triangles are bearish price formations that usually 80% of the time resolve into a dump, you know what I mean, which is an amazing buying opportunity. But what I think is going to happen most likely is that Bitcoin is going to continue going down this channel until we break above it. Let's say we continue going down this channel and we touch on this key line right here, this heart line right here. From that point on, if we bounce above it and we find it as support, this crucial line right there, the line on the top, at that point, lift off. I'm completely happy to see that. What I'm not happy to see is, let's say, obviously at this current moment in time, Bitcoin is sort of having a pump, a nice green candle that basically this is a big candle that basically about 10% green in one candle. This is pretty decent. I don't think it's gonna last too long. I don't see it being long living. I don't see Bitcoin coming up here and continue up. I just don't see it happening. Especially we are 2 days away from the weekend, from the last weekend of the month. Everybody knows the last weekend of every month usually has a 10% correction, 20%, 30% correction. This is why I'm so dead set on holding out. I'm not buying any crypto until I see this 20% correction, which I totally think is possible. In the grand scheme of things, we have to touch this hard line. It's just the way it is, and Bitcoin might still fall down another 20%, which is not that bad, because guys, we know that we have to buy the dip, and we are moving a bit too fast. Since the massive correction of May that took us all the way down to minus 50%. Since the massive 50% correction that we had during May and all the way to June, we had a massive pump. We just went straight up and we pumped 77%. Now chances are we're going to correct at least 30% and come down and touch the hard line. From that point on, if we get supported here, we have to come over here and retest this resistance right here. And if we get rejected, which I think we will get rejected, we're gonna come down again to this line again, and that from that point on, it's gonna be much easier to break this resistance. You know, as you guys know, we've touched it, okay, once, twice, we touched it a couple of times here, so we've touched it enough times, and we haven't broken it. Chances are we're probably gonna touch it one more time, and if we fail that, the next time we're gonna break it. Obviously, we'll have to see. Okay, guys, this is pretty much what I'm gonna say. This is just what I'm gonna say. I think Bitcoin is gonna take a long more time to get to $100,000 than people think. I believe that a lot of motherfuckers think that Bitcoin is gonna go straight to 100,000, 200,000 at the end of this year, like it happened in 2018. But they don't realize that the amount of money that's required for Bitcoin to go to 100,000 is not the same amount of money that required Bitcoin to go to 20,000. It's gonna take an infinitely amount of money. It's gonna take companies, corporations, countries. A significant percentage of the human population needs to be in Bitcoin for Bitcoin to be worth above 100,000. I'm not talking 1% of the human population. I'm talking 10% of the human population needs to be in Bitcoin. So that's just the way it is. Guys, this is my video right there. I totally believe that it's gonna take longer than what we have right now to get to those high valuations. So we have to be patient. So that's the video right here, guys. Leave the comments down below. Subscribe if you want to. And that's it. Peace out.